in the shadow of the oak tree's ancient arm, where the wildflowers whisper to the dawn. I saw her last where the river kissed the farm, her smile a fleeting summer's sweetest charm. But her eyes like dust chasing day shut the door on our love, turned my sky to gray. Her eyes shut the door, left a silence in the wind, echoes of footsteps where our dreams had been. The porch lights faded, no more shadows cast. Her eyes shut the door on the future, or on the past. The saddles gathered dust, the cabin's cold and bare, gravel roads when lead me to nowhere. Each sunset bleeds into a lonesome hue. The trails we walked are fading just like the truth. In the town where laughter danced in her voice, now stands a quiet hollow, forgotten choice. Her eyes shut the door, left a silence in the wind, echoes of footsteps where our dreams had been. The porch lights faded, no more shadows cast. Her eyes shut the door on the future, on the past. Symphony for ghosts, a bitter truth. A scarf she left still smells like pine, a token of love lost, not left behind. Her eyes shut the door and the night steals in. I'm a shadow in the dust, a might have been. As the stars look down with indifferent light, her eyes shut the door, but my heart holds tight. Her eyes shut the door, I'm lost yet wrong. Her eyes shut the door on this heart, her home. Down by the creek, where the willow weeps and moans, I found an old scarf, your color lost and alone, tangled in the brush like my fingers through your hair, in that empty bed by the window where we laid our love bare. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had to the stars up above. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting in dreams where you still sweep. Once there was laughter in the dust of that old porch, now it's just footprints faded where we used to hold a torch. The oak tree stands witness to the vow softly spoken. Now I ride these trails alone with a heart forever broken. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had to the stars up above. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting in dreams where you still sleep. In the saddle I found solace under the free and roving sun, but at the fall of dusk your shadow comes undone. Riding past our empty cabin on that gravel road to nowhere, I reckon love's a journey with its share of wear and tear. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had and the pain of letting go. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting away from dreams I can't keep. So I'll ride till the sun dips and the plains call me to rest in the heart of the valley where we once loved best. And though this bed is empty and the trail's end is nigh, in the whispers of the prairie I find your soft side. In the shadow of the oak, beneath the wide blue sky, a wagon wheel rests silent where the scarves of lasses lie. Echoes of laughter under stars that now seem dim. This trail of dust and memories, it all leads back to him. The wagon remembers, oh, those days now gone so far, as the evening calls the sunset and the night seeks out its star. Old porches creaking softly in the whisper of the wind. The wagon remembers love and the pain that dances in. Once rode the gravel pathways, now overgrown and lost, the weight of empty saddles and the lines that love has crossed. The rain washed away the footprints on the porch where she once stood. Only echoes fill the silence of the cabin and the wood. The wagon remembers, oh, those days now gone so far, as the evening calls the sunset and the night seeks out its star. Old porches creaking softly in the whisper of the wind. The wagon remembers love and the pain that dances in. A lone figure on the horizon where the earth meets dust and sky, holding on to a ghost of fragrance as the world slowly passes by. Tales spun in the twilight of what could and what might have been. The heart holds on to what the mind tries to forget. In the play of shadow and sin, the wagon remembers beneath the weight of stars above. Each creak a verse of lost love sung, each turn a twist of love. As the trail winds lonesome to where wild lands begin, the wagon carries memories in the silence, thick and thin. Out on the edge where the wild oats grow. Under the shadow of an old oak's arm, I left my heart in a cabin low, where the porch creaked under the weight of our charm. Her scarf still dances on the rusty hook. The wind whispers secrets we once understood, in that quiet place by the babbling brook, where we carved our names deep into the wood. Had fades in the sun, just like memories. Underneath its brim, her smile I can see. Dust kicks up where we used to tread. Each step away, more words left unsaid. The sunset burns, but not like her touch. Had fades, and it's never enough. Gravel roads where we rode side by side, now just tracks fading into the rain. The laughter's gone, carried far by the tide, only echoes in the dust remain. The town feels empty though folks are around. They speak but their voices are just hollow sounds. My saddle's warm where she once sat bound, riding with me the world all fades in the sun, just like memories. Underneath its brim, her smile I can see. Dust kicks up where we used to tread. Each step away, more words left unsaid. The sunset burns, but not like her touch. Had fades, and it's never enough. Sometimes late at night the north wind moans, carrying a tune only the lonely have known. Across those miles where my regrets are sown, I wander forever, searching forever alone. Had fades in the sun, just like memories. Her laughter's a ghost in the whispering trees. The trail's grown over, the past put to bed, but in the quiet I still see the life we could have led. The sunset burns, oh how it still scorches such. Had fades in the dusk, and it's always too much. The last note lingers, the cowboy silhouette framed by the dying light. His journey continues beneath the vast indigo sky, a testament to love lost and the enduring spirit of the wandering heart. Out where the oak trees shadow muddy trails, I found a scarf she left, tattered and pale, near an empty cabin with its porch swung low. The sunset caught her smile long, long ago. Shattered glass tied down by worn leather straps, memories like rain through my fingers perhaps. In the whisper of the wind, she's still my song, but the echoes are the proof that she's gone. Old gravel roads where we used to ride, now just dust and the secrets they hide. The saddle sits empty, the bridle's gone stiff, lost in a world that shifted adrift. Shattered glass tied down by worn leather straps, memories like rain through my fingers perhaps. In the whisper of the wind, She's still my song, but the echoes are the proof that she's gone. Under the vast, forgiving sky, I roam alone. Every star, a whisper of the love I've known. Oak's roots run deep where fond memories lie, in the land that holds the why of her goodbye. Shattered glass tied down, hearts bound in the fray, each piece a chapter of the dance we'd sway. Still the wind sings low through empty town streets, where my heart lies buried, where our old past meet. In the quiet of the night, under fading trail stars, I understand now, we are always ours. Shattered glass not lost, but just out of view. In the dust-kicked sunset, I still reach for you. In the shade of an old oak tree, where the creek used to flow, I found your scarf, a piece of the past, beneath the evening's glow. The land stretches wide, from painted cliffs to the tumbleweeds roam. Yet here I stand where your laughter rang before I rode alone. Oh, how the fading light stays, paint lost in shades of gold, whispering your name through the wind, soft and wistful fold. Every sunset dips like the heartache of your goodbye, and I'm just a shadow under the vast, unanswering sky. Gone the glow from the porch light at the cabin by the hill. Gravel roads lay quiet now, the air is still and chill. Your memory like dust rises with each step I dare, a silhouette of solitude in the twilight air. Oh, how the fading light stays, paint lost in shades of gold, whispering your name through the wind, soft and wistful fold. Every sunset dips like the heartache of your goodbye, and I'm just a shadow under the vast, unanswering sky. I wander through these empty rooms where echoes try to hide, but every creaking floorboard sings a verse of you inside, with the burden of the silence where your voice once danced with mine. I'm learning that some lights they fade, but never do they die. Oh, how the fading light stays with every break of dawn, a reminder in the distance of the love that's come and gone. I ride along these trails, your ghost in the corner of my eye, forever in the fading light that never says goodbye. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where you carved our names so wild and free, the wind whispers through the leaves, a silent chill beneath that oak. Unspoken words stood still. A scarf you left hangs on the porch, faded by sun, a gray weathered torch, reminding me of the laughter now silent and shrill, where once we danced, unspoken words stood still. Oh, how the prairie moon wept in vain over gravel roads where echoes speak your name. Each sunset dips in colors you once adored, but you're a memory, a shadow, nothing more. Saddles gather dust in an empty room, like my heart in corners where cobwebs loom. Paths we rode, now overgrown against my will. In this quiet town, unspoken words stood still. The rain taps soft on the old cabin's glass, each drop a tear from the storms that pass. They speak of times your warmth could fill, now they're just rain, and unspoken words stood still. Nothing more. If silence were a river wide and deep, I'd sail it quiet where lost love sleep. But mine flows through the canyon against the grain, through wild lands where my heart here I stand, where the old oak sighs, a lone figure beneath vast unending skies. The prairie moon still weeps, but I implore for quiet peace, where unspoken words soar. The echoes of you, like the wind, forever will haunt these lands where unspoken words stood still. On the outskirts of a dream, by the shadow of an oak, I trace the lines of laughter where your scarf once gently spoke. Underneath that aging porch, where the old wood barely stands, my boots still stir the dust up like your fingers through my hands. But love said nothing as the silence filled the air, just the creaking of the saddle and a whisper of despair. The sunset bleeds like fire on horizons turning thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. Those gravel roads we wandered, now just pathways to the past. The cabin stands abandoned like the shadows that we cast. Rain taps on the rooftop like the rhythms of your grace, but it's just the lonely heartbeat in this empty, quiet place. Love said nothing as the darkness hugged the light, just the echo of your footsteps merging with the coming night. The stars above like watchers to a tale that's wearing thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. And oh, how the prairies remember us, every laugh woven through the grass, every teardrop of rain turning trails to mud and glass. But as the moon climbs the back of the hills where once our dreams did soar, I find solace in the silence, though it pains me evermore. Love said nothing, not a farewell or a sigh, just the turning of the earth and the aching of the sky. Now I ride through fading trails where our memories have thinned. Love said nothing, but I still feel everything. There's a field just past the rusted barn where summer danced and kissed our arms. Your laughter rang through dandelions like a love song without trying. I'd drive that old Ford, paint peeled gold. We'd race the dusk, not growing old. Your sundress swayed with every breeze, back when love was wild and free. Oh, in the fields of '89, we rode forever on a cotton line, with muddy boots and radio static. Our hearts beat loud and automatic. You were 17, I was trying to shine. We were just kids, but God, you were mine. In the golden light of that county line, I lost my heart in the fields of '89. You liked your lemonade with ice, I liked your voice under starlit skies. We carved our names in the old oak tree, it still leans west like memory. You left for school, I stayed to farm, but your goodbye still feels warm. I hear your song in meadow winds, and every spring it starts again. Oh, in the fields of '89, where we slow danced to Patsy Cline. On cassette tapes we had to rewind, those Friday nights felt so divine. Now the scarecrow stands where you kissed me blind, and all that's left are roots in time. But you still bloom in that old design of my broken heart in the fields of '89. We never got a second round, but I still see your dress swirling round. Every time the wheat bends down, I feel your love in this ghost town. So if you drive these roads someday, see the sun kiss amber hay, stop for a while, feel the air, you'll find us too, still dancing there. Not as we are, but who we were, in every breeze, in every blur. And know that some things time won't mind, like our forever in the fields of '89. in the shade of an old oak tree where the river bends and sighs. I found a locket of rusted gold beneath the endless sky. Engraved initials, worn and old, whisper secrets when I pry. Takes me back to dusty roads and the tears we didn't cry. Locket closed her eyes, memories inside, neath the willows weep, where our promises lie. The wind sings her name through the prairie's embrace, and in every sunset's flame I see her trace. The cabin's quiet, the porch worn with the echoes of her laugh. Gravel roads we walked along, now paths of the past. The scarf she left still smells like rain and the dreams we dared to cast. But time pulled her away from me as shadows grew vast. Locket closed her eyes, memories inside, beneath the willows weep, where our promises lie. The wind sings her name through the prairie's embrace, in every sunset's flame I see her trace. Oh, these hills recall the touch of her hand, and the stars up above, they understand how the heart holds on, though the years may flee. In the solitude of the trails she walks with me. Locket closed her eyes, and so must I. With every dawn I try to say goodbye, but the wind sings her name, sweet and low, in the lands where the lonely cowboys go. Locket closed her eyes, never to say goodbye. Out by the creek where the cottonwoods grow, we carved our names in the bark so low. The summer wind through the branches would sway those whispers of love now far away. An old oak tree bears the scars we made, under its shade our promises lay. Memory washed away like dust down a lonesome road. Each step I take farther from the love I've known. The sunset bleeds, colors all turn to gray in the heart of a cowboy, where night meets the day. Memory washed away with the rain on the old porch swing. This wandering soul beneath the stars no longer sings. The cabin sits empty where laughter once filled the air. Now just echoes of your voice linger there. Your scarf on the hook still smells like spring rain. My heart holds the ache like the plains hold the plains down the gravel path where our dreams used to play. Only shadows remain as the light fades away. Memory washed away like dust down a lonesome road. Each step I take farther from the love I've known. The sunset bleeds, colors all turn to gray in the heart of a cowboy, where night meets the day. Memory washed away with the rain on the old porch swing. This wandering soul beneath the stars no longer sings. And oh, how the rivers run to places new. What wouldn't I give for one more day with you? But time, like the dust, slips through these old hands, lost in the winds over these wild, wild lands. Memory washed away like tracks on the desert floor. Looking back, can't see them, not anymore. The sunset's fire, now just a cooling ash. Hold on to the heartache as long as it lasts. Memory washed away, but in my dreams you'll stay, whispering love on that windswept, forgotten day. On lonesome hill, neath the crying sky, an old oak whispers secrets when the wind blows by. Its leaves hold tales of you and me, in the shadow of our dreams where we used to be. A cabin sits, its porch worn thin, ghost of your scarf dancing in the wind. Those gravel roads where our stories spilled, now just dusty tracks that the rain can't heal. Oh, lonesome hill bleeds as my heart recedes under wide open skies where you slip from my grip, and the sun sets paint on my silent complaints on a canvas of plains where our love met its fate. Gone are the days of laughter and wine, only echoes in the hollow where I lay my mind. Your saddle's untouched, it's been years I reckon. Mourn's leathered, each crease a lesson. The creek still runs, but it's not the same. Without your reflection, it's just water and pain. Hardened by time, softened by tears. This wandering life, shaped by fears. Oh, lonesome hill bleeds as my heart recedes under wide open skies where you slip from my grip, and the sun sets paint on my silent complaints on a canvas of plains where our love met its fate. I'd ride back to you through storms and through shadows, to truths we once knew. But dreams are just echoes fading into the night, and I'm just a shadow under fade and twilight. so Lonesome Hill bleeds. And I'm trying to believe in a sky that still holds both your heart and your leave. As the night closes in on the plains wide and still, I'll remember us fondly, forever on Lonesome Hill.
Out where the oak tree shadows lay, long into dusk, I found a scarf you left, now faded threads of musk, by the old log cabin where our initials are still carved. A letter waits in silence, edges worn and starred. Oh, the winds, they whisper of you across the barren trails. Dust stirs memories like ghosts beneath the coyote wails. Each sunset bleeds like our love did, in scarlet and in gold. And every night I'm riding through dreams I can't hold. Gravel roads, they've shifted just like time's cruel hand. The saddle's worn and brittle where once it made a stand. That porch we'd sit just waiting for the rain to bless the land. Now it only echoes one set of boots and a solitary man. Oh, the winds, they whisper of you across the barren trails. Dust stirs memories like ghosts beneath the coyote wails. Each sunset bleeds like our love did, in scarlet and in gold. And every night I'm lost in dreams that I can't hold. Underneath the weeping willow, I confess to stars above, how the heart can hold such spaces filled with endless love. But the shadows grow in corners where your laughter used to stray. And in the stillness of the night my soul just drifts away. Oh, the winds, they sing of you down the empty, endless trails where our memories roam like shadows hidden deep in veils. Each sunset's a reminder of the love that had to fall. And every night I'm riding, haunted by the cold. A letter waits unread, my dear, where tears and time prevail. In the heart of a lonesome cowboy riding the lonely trail. In the chill of dawn, where the oak tree shadows lay, my boots tread silent on the frost beneath the sky so gray. The cold morning stood still by the creek that used to sing, with her scarf tied to the branch, whispering winds of spring. Oh, cold morning, you frozen time in this hollow heart, where we used to roam wild, now worlds apart. The echoes of your laughter drift with the dust in the sunset's glow, where love turn to rust. The cabin now empty, where once love's fire burned bright. Only cinders remain under the pale moonlight. Those gravel roads we wandered, faded trails long untrod, each step away from you, a silent prayer to God. Oh, cold morning, you frozen time in this hollow heart, where we used to roam wild, now worlds apart. The echoes of your laughter drift with the dust in the sunset's glow, where love turned to rust. I've worn this old saddle, seen many a town, but your memory's the anchor that forever weighs me down. Underneath the vast sky, I am but a whisper, clutching at the breeze, the shadow of your whisper. Oh, cold morning, your ghost in the wind I chase, a heart bound to the past, a soul lost in its trace. With each setting sun, as the cold shadows fall, I'm a man of many trails, but for you, I'd forsake them all. Where the old shadow leans lies a cabin framed in yesterday's sunbeams. My boots stirred the dust where we once danced, under stars whispering your name, my lost chance. And the dust listened as I called for you, love gone astray. The wind's soft sigh, carrying your laughter away. On that old porch, time stands still, a silent witness to the echo of your footsteps, a heart's distress. The seasons turn the gravel road worn by rain. My scarf holds the scent of you, a fragrant pain. The saddle empty beside me rides the ghost of your smile. Down fading trails each mile, a reminder, every lonely mile. The dust listened as I sang to the stars above, tales of a wild heart tamed by your love. In the quiet town where dreams like rivers flow, I wander with the shadows on streets you used to know. There's a whisper in the willows, a sigh in the slow breeze, in the fabric of the land. You are every crease. With each sunset the horizon bleeds and blends, my spirit calling to yours where the earth ends. Yes, the dust listens and it knows my fears. It's heard the secrets of my soul through the years. On this long journey where sorrow never dies, underneath these wide aching skies, the
missing from this weathered bone. In the silence after songs where memories reside, I'll meet you where the land is wide and memories. In a town where the oak shadows lay long, she danced under starlight. Her life was a song. Her eyes like the storm skies, wild and profound. In the wind-swept silence, our love was bound. We shared whispered dreams on an old porch swing as night crickets sang and silver bells rang. Her eyes tied down my rambling heart under moonlit skies, now worlds apart. The dust on my boots keeps the trails of her gaze in each town I pass through the sun's tired haze. Time swept away the tracks we once rode, gravel roads empty where our stories flowed. The cabin we dreamed in, now silent, forlorn. Windows like eyes, shattered and worn. Rain on the roof sings a lonesome tune for a dance that ended too soon. Her eyes tied down my rambling heart under starlit skies, now worlds apart. The dust on my boots keeps the trails of her gaze in each town I pass through the moon's gentle haze. On a faded trail where the wildflowers sigh, I reckon every sunset's a goodbye. Scars in the wind, a memory's tease, solitude's companion, no more to appease. Her eyes tied down my rambling heart, and dreams we ride never depart. The dust on my boots, her soft sweet praise, her eyes a wilderness in the twilight's last blaze. As I sing to the stars where old loves reside, her eyes tie me down to the ride. By the whispering poplar grove, where the sun paints gold on the dust below. I met her wild soul in shadows it roamed. By the shattered glass where that old door closed, her laugh was a melody soft and close, echoing across the valley where the lone wind blows. Shattered glass, door slammed shut, echoes of her footsteps in my heart. They cut every creak of the wood, a reminder of us. Now it's just the oak tree and that old red rust. she left still smells like rain. Hangs on the hook, just ain't the same. That gravel road whispers, she ain't coming back. Where we used to walk, now just my lone tracks. Time's cruel hands tore away our dreams, left me with the silence and the creek's soft screams. Shattered glass, the door slammed shut, echoes of her footsteps in my heart. They cut every creak of the wood, a reminder of us. Now it's just the oak tree and that old red rust. Underneath the starlit cloak, the night sky knows all the secrets whispered where the cold wind blows. If love's wild land is where we used to roam, why do these empty rooms feel more like home? Shattered glass, the door still there, faded paths in this old wooden chair. If memories are all that the heart can trust, I'll walk these silent halls through the dust and gust till time shuts the door on this heart so torn. In the cabin by the poplars where love was born and worn. The strings fade out like the last rays of a setting sun, and the silence that fills the air has more to say than words ever could. The cowboy turns hat in hand, walking slowly back to the life that calls beyond the hills.
In the valley where the shadows meet the light, there's an oak tree carved with names that winds have slide. Beneath its boughs we swore on endless stars, in that quiet town where dreams weren't far, where the porch wood creaked under our worn out boots, and love was wild, uncontested, absolute. Oh, how silence fell apart as you whispered goodbye with a trembling heart. Now the wind carries dust and my lone despair through the streets of a ghost town trapped in air. Every sunset bleeds the same old scarlet hue, echoing the love I knew, echoing the love I knew. Now the saddle's worn, the trails have overgrown, gravel roads lead to cabins made of stone. The scarf you left still smells of rain and pine, a tangled memory in this broken line. The town's old clock stopped ticking long ago, just like my heart, in rhythm slow. Oh, how silence fell apart as you whispered goodbye with a trembling heart. Now the wind carries dust and my lone despair through the streets of a ghost town trapped in air. Every sunset bleeds the same old scarlet hue, echoing the love I knew, just transforms it parts in the echoes of hooves, in the beating of broken hearts. Under the shade of an old oak tree, where the river bends and whispers to me, you and I, we carved our names in those worn out boots that still remain. The trail runs cold by the cabin side, where you swore to stay right by my side. But boots stays under that endless sky, in the dust where the old past lies. And I hear your laugh and the wind soft cries, while the sunset bleeds through the prairie's eyes. Boot stays, but you rode away, leaving me with the echoes of yesterday. Now the gravel roads, they don't sing no more, just whisper secrets of what was before. Old porch swings empty like the heart in my chest, saddles gathering dust like the scarf you left. Rain taps soft on the window pane, each drop a memory, each a sting of pain. Yes, boot stays under that stormy sky, in the dust where my hopes might die. And I hear your voice in the rain soft sigh, while the stars hide shy in the morning sky. Boot stays, but you're not here today, just shadows in the silver of the sun's old rays. So I'll roam these lands, drift through this life, a ghost in the echoes in the twilight strife. But no to your memory, my heart will tend. Boot stays where our dreams lay deep, in the heart of the wild, in the promises we keep. So I'll sing to the night, let my lone soul stray 'neath the haunting moon, where the night birds pray. Boot stays as I walk alone, in the lingering sigh of a love long gone. The song fades like twilight into the night, leaving a trail of heartache, whispered memories in the quiet air. In the shadow of the oak by the old wooden gate, where the sunset paints gold on her hair, we carved our names young and unafraid, in the heart of a world without care. The breeze whispers secrets like a ghost in the night, under stars that now seem too far to reclaim. Every whisper of the wind, a memory alight, and the flame of what was just an ember remains. Morning sky cries, oh the rain's come down, on the road where her laughter used to lay. Each drop's a tear from the clouds of my frown, as the dust turns to mud where we once lay. Morning sky, tell me why do these winds still call out her name? Now
Now the porch swings lonely, the cabin's bare, gravel roads wind empty, leading nowhere. That oak tree stands witness to the dreams we spun, its leaves now falling like the tears I shun. Where once was the warmth of her hand in mine, now just the cold grip of the passing time. The scarf she left, a token of her past. On the saddle lies faded, there's nothing can last. Morning sky cries, oh the rain's come down. On the trails where we walk now overgrown, each drop's a tear, and in their mirror I drown, searching for a shadow in the twilight throne. Morning sky, tell me why does this heart beat alone? Is it a curse or a blessing, the solitude I wear? A badge of the lost, or just a cross I bear? In every setting sun and rising moon, I find her smile in the night's soft croon. Morning sky cries, oh the rain's come cold, washing away the tracks we once rode. But her whispers still linger in the breezy sigh under the morning sky, where my heart lies. Oh morning sky, until I die I'll walk these lands with her by my side.